Hi students of Ling 198. I want to take a minute here to create a screencast video for you guys of some of the things I showed in class, as well as some of the things I didn't get a chance to show because we ran out of time. So let's do that. Let's start with the first thing I show, which is, let's say we have a corpus of Wikipedia articles and song lyrics and opinion blogs and news articles and how-to instructional material that was scraped from the internet. For example, here is a Wikipedia article about the flag of Nepal. Combination of two red pennants with a blue border with the sun and a crescent moon. Awesome. And we have a song lyric here. At first, it started with the eyes. I'm like, no way, yo, sister can't know. And we have other registers, 8 registers. And one of the assignments in Ling 360 is I have students hypothesize on what linguistic features will vary across those 8 registers. Again, those 8 registers, how-to instructional, interactive discussion, informational Wikipedia, like we just saw about the flag in Nepal, informational persuasion, song lyrics, news articles, opinion blogs, and interview transcripts. And let's say I want to know what the relative frequency is of these singular first and second and third person singular pronouns are I, me, mine, you, your, him, his, your, her, herself, etc. So if we run this script, the bottom part of my screen right now is printing out what it just did, and it took a few seconds to do that. And as we would suspect, song lyrics has the highest rate of those words, 123 if I round up, per 1,000 words in song lyrics. The lowest one, unsurprisingly, is in Wikipedia articles at only 14 occurrences per 1,000 words. The next highest one after song lyrics is interactive discussion. Awesome. News reports is the second lowest, etc. So the idea is that we can look at different uses of different linguistic features in these 8 registers with only a few lines of Python code. This is only 22 lines of Python code here. So that's cool. Another skill I teach students is how to use Python to act like a web browser and go out on the internet and request pages from the internet and scrape out the human-generated language. But a lot of websites only serve up information once the human interacts with the website, like typing in a search bar, clicking the button, scrolling down to get more comments. An example of that is YouTube videos, right? So here in this script, I'm having Python control Google Chrome web browser to go to YouTube and then go to Dude Perfect and click on the first video and grab a handful of comments left by humans. Let me run that. I'll narrate as it's working. Right now it opened up a Google Chrome window. Now it's going to maximize it. Now it's going to go to youtube.com. Good. Now it's going to type in Dude Perfect in the search bar at the top. Now it's going to click the magnifying glass button on the right side of that box to actually search for Dude Perfect. Here we're at the Dude Perfect results. It's going to find the first link, which is words
on Road to Millions.
Dude.
Our contestants will race to secure the biggest bag.
Scroll
but along
down
the way,
here.
they'll pick up some of the lessons that will help sustain their lives and finances long after they're done playing. So join us and learn how to get a bag yourself.
And it's going to scroll down quite a bit. Now it's going to scrape out all the comments there. And it printed the comments here, but it also put them out to my hard drive in a file. If I simply real quick pull it open, let me pull this over so you can see what I'm doing over here. If I look at the file, I will show you that those comments are now sitting in a TXT file that I could then do some additional processing of some sort. Anyway, these are human-generated comments below that YouTube video are now on my hard drive in a TXT file because I use Python to go out to the internet. Well, I use Python to control Google Chrome to go out to the internet to do something and pull that text all the way back into a file on my hard drive. Okay, that's cool and fun. I teach my students how to do that. Another assignment, I ask my students to use Yelp reviews. Let me just show you what that's about. If I go to Yelp data set, and Yelp makes available a data set for a data set challenge. And this data set has almost 7 million reviews from 150,000 businesses. Now I took that data set, which is like gigabytes large, like 4 or 5 gigabytes of data, And I pared it down to just reviews from Arizona from the year 2021 from restaurants and from businesses that deal with food like grocery stores. And I want them, the purpose of this assignment is to ask them to think of linguistic features that would correlate with number of stars between 1 and 5, right, in a Yelp review. So just to demonstrate, if I search for good, delicious, great, terrific, I assume we're going to see a positive correlation, right? That's what we saw in class today, actually. So let me pull this over to the screen you're looking at right here. Yeah, there's a positive correlation. The higher the number of those words, good, delicious, terrific, etc., the higher the number of stars. Okay, that's useful. But how about small caps, or excuse me, all caps? If we look for words that have that are all caps, as the number of all cap words increases, what do you think will happen with the correlation? Will it go up or down? Let's take a look right here. Goes down. Yep. How about the number of quotation marks? Let's try this one right here. Let's let that go. The number of quotation marks in the Yelp review. Do you think it's positively correlated with number of stars, or are there fewer stars? Fewer stars. When people use quotation marks, the more they use, the lower the number of stars will be. Anyway, that's a fun activity as well. Assignment. That's an assignment and activity. So that's from Link360. That's text processing. And as was asked in class today, it is pitched towards the novice, the complete novice to coding. There's no prior experience needed to take Link360. Let me show you, I also teach Link361, which is speech processing. And let me show you some of the things I teach students there. One of which is to do ASR, or automated speech recognition. Let's see, let's go to, let me get organized here. Let's go to Whisper ASR. Whisper ASR, ASR standing for automated speech recognition. So Whisper is an ASR system that was open release or open sourced from OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, right? And so they made this software available. You can get the code and use it. That's what I'll do here. This is a GitHub repository. Let me show you how to use that. Let me just double check. So what I want to do is I'm going to play this little video for you real quick to show you the audio I want it to transcribe. Let's go to my downloads and play this one here. Is this the one I want? Yeah. Let me just play this one. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Let me pull up the screen you're looking at here. Ready, set. My parents had their 50th anniversary recently. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. That's exciting. Golden anniversary is a big milestone. Of course, Christy and I are coming up on our silver, so it's not too bad either. Anyway, and then what I want to do is I want to ask that Whisper ASR to transcribe the audio. The first thing I need to do actually is pull out the audio from the video, and I show my students a little tool called FFmpeg. It's a command line tool at the bottom part of my screen. Let me just zoom in a bit here. FFmpeg, and I say the input file is EKB that, and I want the output file to be EKB wave, a wave format audio file, and it did that. So I should now have the ID right there, EKB wave right there. Let me pull it over here so you can see it. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. There it is, the audio. Okay, now we're ready to ask Whisper to actually do the transcription part. So let's do that, and it'll take a couple seconds here to run. So this is a command line tool called Whisper. I'm passing in the audio file. I'm specifying the size of the model. It detected English. It said, hey, I think this is English, and that's actually correct. I could specify the language if I wanted to, but I'd let it detect it, and it correctly detected English. And now it says, here it says the timestamp between these seconds, it heard this. Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. That's exciting. Golden anniversary is a big, and the next little timestamp, milestone. So yeah, they worked correctly. It created a transcript right there, but in addition to printing it out or showing it to me, it created these files over here. Let me zoom in on this one here. So I put it into a TXT file there, what I said. It also created other files, one of which is a subtitle file. This right here is a subtitle file that could be put together with the video to create custom subtitles. So in fact, if I were to run this again, let me pull this VLC player over here. If I run that, happy anniversary, mom and dad. Subtitles now at the bottom. That's exciting. Golden anniversary is a big milestone. Anyway, so that is one skill I show my students in that class in Ling 361. Another one is what's called source separation or speaker diarization, which pulls out speakers from one audio track. Let me show you what that does. So let's go back here and let's look at this video. 3, 2, 1. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So I was saying one thing and she was saying something else, and we were both talking at the same time into the same microphone on one track. Okay. And first thing we need to do is pull out the audio from that video recording. So I'll do that real quick. No such file. Oh, I think I understand why. I did it previously, and here's the audio. Let me just play it right here. 3, 2, 1. The quick brown fox jumped. I simply pulled out the audio from the video. Okay. Now, I want this software called SpeechBrain from McGill University in Canada, in collaboration with other universities, is to run this script. And it's going to go in there and figure out that my voice is here. It's going to pull that out into a separate WAV file. It's going to pull my daughter's voice out, and save it as two different files. One is going to be called speaker wave, and the other is speaker one wave and speaker 2 wave there. So let's take a look there. Speaker 1, let's listen. Let me pull it over here so you can hear it.
Skidamarine kazing kazing skidamarine kadoo.
That's what my daughter said. And I said, let me grab it over here.
3, 2, 1. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
So you can hear a little bit of background like the other person talking, but it did a pretty good job of pulling out our two voices out of one audio track. And then this can be put into an ASR system to do transcription, for example. Okay. So I teach my students how to do that in 361. Basic TTS, that is text-to-speech. Let's say we have this phrase right here, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And there's quite a few TTS systems out there. I'm going to use Microsoft's Speech 5 system. So if I run this, let me run it. And it's working there, and it's finished. And so it should have saved a file called tts.wave in my downloads. Let's go take a look. TTS wave, let's take a look here. Let me pull it over to this screen where you're looking at. Here we go.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
It's pretty good. Microsoft has a pretty good TTS system here. Their Microsoft Azure system is really good as well. And other companies have really good systems, but I just grabbed this one from Microsoft. So yeah, those are some of the things I teach my Ling 361 speech processing students. And I also teach them a little bit about deep faking, where you can take video and audio and have software take the audio and then manipulate the lips and mouth of the video to make it look like the person in the video is saying the audio. So I'll play an example here real quick for you. A couple examples. So this is from Wave to Lip. Wave to Lip software. And here it is, Wave to Lip. They have some fun. I'll just play this one example. We'll call it good. So this bottom left here, it's a cartoon. They have some real stuff as well. We'll just play this bottom one here. it's not as impressive. Let's actually look at what I did with me. I actually did some stuff on me, on my face. Let me just play you a quick video that I created for my students for Link 361. It's probably easier just to watch what I'm doing. So what I did is I created this little video, this 3-second video where I say nothing. That's all I do for 3 seconds. I just look at the camera and then look at my screen, and that's it. And then I recorded this with Audacity. This little snippet, I'll play it. Once upon a time, in a faraway place. Maybe you guys are, but let me playback device. That where I say nothing. I just look at the camera and look at my screen. And then I took that audio I just created and I created this on their little interactive demo. Once upon a time, in a faraway place. So it's actually, anyways, so that is a little snippet of a video I created after I used that software. Anyways, it's kind of cool. It manipulates the video itself to make it look like I'm saying those words. So that is some of the stuff I show in Ling 361 about speech processing. One thing I wanted to show you, one last thing. I haven't taught problems in translation yet, but in the past I taught translation, Spanish, English translation at other universities and showed my students there some computer-assisted translation tools, one of which is creating a translation memory that can help translators. And let's say I have a couple of talks. I have all of General Conference in English and all of General Conference in Spanish, for example. Let me show you that. So here I have, this is General Conference from October of 2022. And here I have Elder Uchtdorf's talk from that, that General Conference. Jesus Christ is the strength of youth. Put your trust in Jesus Christ. He will lead you the right way. He is your strength. Good. Then I also scraped out from the church's website the Spanish versions of each of those, of all the talks. So here is that same talk in Spanish. Jesucristo es la fortaleza de la juventud. Pongan su fe en el Señor, etc. Cool. That's his translation. So then what I want to do is I want to take some software, take that big file, that text file in English and the other text file in Spanish, and then align them down to the sentence level. Put each sentence and its translation next to each other. So let me show you how that can be done. Let me just grab this little bit of code, slap it in here, and then grab this, slap it in there, grab this. So I'm saying, hey, here's the Spanish version, here's the English version. Go for it, align them down to the sentence level. And if we look back over here, we should now see right here. Let's just look at this one right away. Let me open it up in a certain program that we can look at together. So here we're seeing the result, one of the results. It creates several different files. But here we see it. Jesus Christ is the strength of the youth. Jesucristo es la fortaleza de la juventud. It tells you what language it is right there. Awesome. And then there it is, first sentence. Put your trust in Jesus Christ. Pongan su confianza en el Señor. Anyway, this is an XML file. It's called XML. This can be put into a computer-assisted translation tool or program to help you translate. Anyway, that's just a quick rundown of some of the computational tools that I show in Ling 360 and 361, and I am confident. I know that they used computer-assisted translation tools in that class, the problems in translation. So, if you're interested in the linguistic computing minor, I'm super happy to talk with you. If you simply, let me go back to teaching mode. If you simply go to ling.byu.edu, right, programs, and then here we have all our programs, and one of which is linguistic computing minor right there. And we have information and requirements. We have some all sorts of good stuff in here. There I am. You can contact me if you'd like to talk about this more, or Dr. Jeff Parker. Okay, so thank you so much. Have a good day.